Next, we have Mesrop Porsem on vocab unlocked from 为了认为为什么. I've noticed that in the word connections, 为 is sometimes second tone, 为, sometimes fourth tone, 为. Is there any explanation on this? Of course, there are many multiple pronunciation characters in Chinese, and then of those, many of them are simply a tone difference. So, like, sometimes it's 为, or sometimes it's 为, and then sometimes it can be either. So, with this character, it's when it's by itself, when it's just meaning 为, and there's no extra characters, it's often interchangeable, but it sometimes depends on what the if it's paired with anything. So, for example, if it's by itself and it's not paired with anything, I hear it kind of mixed between second and fourth from other people. But sometimes it's paired with R or some other pairing, which is usually written Chinese. So, 为人民而劳动. So, for the people, I will labor. And so, for the people, 而劳动, I will labor or will labor, right? And so that's an example where 为 and 儿 are paired, and in that case, it tends to be 为, second tone. But when it's by itself and there isn't a pairing, you'll often hear it as 为人民服务. Serve the people. That's a very common one. You can say that in fourth tone, no problem. But then you have them in individual words, like, for example, 为了, which means for the sake of. 为了. This is always fourth tone when it's 为了. Or the most common word that it's in, 为什么, which is the word for why. For what? 为什么? Right? And in that case, it's never second tone there either. So the more common pronunciation is fourth tone, technically speaking. You will see more instances of it showing up in fourth tone because in its most common word, and a very common word in 为了, they're always fourth tone. But then the third word in this lesson is 认为, which is definitely second tone. So there isn't always a hard and fast rule for why this is, but this is one of those things that in Chinese, you worry about this. You go, am I going to understand this down the line? Am I going to remember that this is second tone? And there are things you could do to try to remember it, but the weird thing is that it ends up not being as much of an issue as you think. And I think that the reason for that is because you hear these words all the time and you see them all the time, and then you listen to the words with the sentences that you see, and then eventually it just starts to feel weird to say it the other way. Like, for me, 认为, it just is 认为. It's just how the word sounds. To say 认为, it just, every part of my body goes, no, that's wrong, right? So it just is naturally what happens when you get used to it. And so you do need to know that it can be second or fourth tone, but memorizing which words it's second tone and which words it's fourth tone isn't as hard of a process as you might think it would be. It just kind of happens naturally. So that's the answer for Mesrop.